Although deemed as very controversial practice in the early days, street art has quickly won the hearts of the public one street wall at a time. The now growing popularization and acceptance of this art form has transformed cities from Buenos Aires, Argentina to Perth, Australia into open museums for everyone to see. Our understanding of street art has changed in the past decades, and now, frankly, we can't imagine our lives without it. Well, hello everybody, it's Thomas Heaton, and today I'm with Google Arts and Culture to explore 10 incredible street arts locations around the world. But hang on a second, let's explore a bit of history before going on this journey. Now, we can't pinpoint how it all started, however we can go back in time to the decade that changed everything. It was in the late 1960s, and graffiti, an art genre that consists of writing or drawing in public spaces, usually without permission, started booming in the Upper West Side of Manhattan, where artists would come to spray their name and a number reflecting the street they lived on. In a raging war for style recognition, artists took over the New York City subway system, painting all the trains from top to bottom. Soon after, during the early 90s, the movement started to see new types of signatures appear, from abstraction to new concepts. The message became the meme. 40 years later, graffiti is now a genre within the street art movement that doesn't have to hide. It's thriving and shines by its constant renewal. Known as one of the best cities in the world to see street art and graffiti, the walls of Buenos Aires in Argentina have been used as a tool for communication and expression for as long as anyone can remember. The turbulent history of the city and its complicated relationship with repression and expression neutered the talents of a generation who have developed their skills in a city that supports their work. An example of this is Urquiza, where hundreds of abandoned buildings turn this area into the best place for street artists to paint in the city. An important part of street art culture is its political aspect that seeks to spark change where it's created. In the northern part of the continent, Colombia has been repurposing and revitalizing abandoned areas in the capital. The art collective Bogota Street Art has been at the forefront of this project, with initiatives such as Murales Libres or the Bogota Stencil Festival, which invites local and international artists to give a new meaning to Bogota's walls. Just like Colombia, Mexico has been using the means of street art to flourish its abandoned spaces. That's why in 2010, Del Graffiti al Arte Urbano was born. This project allows Mexican artists to display their art while creating a sense of belonging among citizens towards their public spaces. This facilitates coexistence and leads to respect for the common heritage and the recognition that the street is an extension of our home, which we must all take care of and respect. In a little island in the Caribbean, muralism, a form of street art, has been taking its streets by storm. In an effort to democratize art, the collective Los Muros Hablan has been rescuing abandoned spaces with a multicultural urban initiative. The project looks for different types of artists who want to express themselves and leave their mark on the island, so that future generations can enjoy their artistry. Across the Atlantic, in the city of Paris, France, Kashnik is one of the very few active female artists in the French graffiti street art scene. Her work is inspired by her travels and aims to be a celebration of humanity's diversity. Unlike other female artists that represent female figures, Kashnik only paints men, preferably fat and hairy ones, giving a provocative, creative, and sometimes challenging perspective on masculinity. Known as the largest open-air gallery in the world, the East Side Gallery in Berlin offers more than a mural for curious visitors and art enthusiasts. Months after the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, more than 118 artists from 21 countries came together to create 106 unique motifs to express joy for the end of the Cold War in Europe, a moment that signified new beginnings, healing, and unity. For Zara Almadi, the first time she ever made a street mural was out of necessity. A wall across from her house was vandalised with some offensive words, so she took some paint and began to cover up the wall. Since that day, she hasn't been able to put down her tins of spray paint. For her, street art provides a space for women and those who detach from the social hierarchy of success the art world relies on, and provides a sense of agency that goes a long way. In Dakar, Senegal, a collective of artists known as Doxandom Squad are also joining the street art movement, but in their very own unique way. Each year, and for 4 consecutive weekends since 2008, artists and health technicians come together for one sole purpose: raise awareness among low-income populations about serious illness and health problems. The partnership fosters the commitment and collaboration of artists around the needs of their community. Part of the Filipino Street Art Project, a transmedia undertaking that celebrates the power of street art, Ray Cruz fell in love with the art medium because of its inclusivity. Its endless possibilities of exposition meant that everyone could enjoy his art, whether they could afford to go to a museum or not. His art, which occasionally features a bizarre entity with large eyeballs, tries to insinuate critical thinking in the viewers. The eyeballs are present to suggest to viewers that they're seeing a creature of some sort. It also suggests that the city is one big entity, wherein the organic and inorganic are somewhat in harmony. Our final stop has to be in Perth, Australia, where the non-profit cultural organisation Form aims to explore creativity as a catalyst for generating public good that inspires learning, social connection, and opportunities. Through their project Public, emerging artists come together to share their skills to reappropriate public spaces to change and improve the quality of life of those who live there. Well guys, our travels conclude here. I hope you enjoyed exploring all of these amazing artworks. Thanks to public acceptance, street art is recognised as a legitimate art form due to all of its capabilities to beautify, confront and celebrate life in the urban jungles. It's through the power of street art that we're able to publicly question and debate cultural and political topics that otherwise would have stayed in private environments. Did you know some of the artwork shown in this video? Let us know in the comments, and also let us know some of your favourite street art pieces and where they can be seen. And remember to like, share and subscribe to Google Arts and Culture to see more amazing content of what brings us closer together. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.